Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. Today actually when I wanted to talk about something very funny and very entertaining to me that I thought about earlier today, like 5 minutes ago, I mean. And it's about National Geographic. If you don't know, if I recall correctly, it's like a channel. It's like a not like a YouTube channel, but I forgot, the channels on TV you could watch for fun. Back in the days, I used to watch those things, man. They were awesome. They were funny as hell. There's one funny, crazy ass video about a plane like crashing into two skyscrapers. That was fucking crazy, bro. Can you believe that? Man, National Geographic popping off some crazy shit at like 3 a.m. Regardless, what I want to talk about today is honestly just one funny ass clip I heard about. So it's about this monkey that goes, For context, that's the sound of a monkey beating its dick. That's the sound of a monkey Loki stroking it. And the reason why I bring it up is because it's funny as fuck to me. It's like I'm not a zoophile, right? I don't like that stuff. But it's just so funny to me, like the idea that like animals in the wild, you will see like deers. Well, the reason I'm connecting this to National Geographic, I think that's the channel name, right? Because it's like they record animals. They record animals in the wild. Last I checked, which is why I just thought it came out straight out of National Geographic. Like the idea that there could be like a deer in the wild running for its goddamn life, right? And a lion's chasing it, right? Really desperate, right? And the idea that like you just see a cameraman in the other side of the camera, like just sipping some tea, looking like the Ronaldo, smiling ear to ear, just like while a deer is running for his goddamn life. It's the funniest thing I could. That's so fucking funny to me for some reason. It's just like, blood. You could help him, like ref, do something. The deer's about to be touched, and you're watching the guy fucking run for his life. I mean, that guy's probably getting put on a t-shirt. That deer's probably getting put on a t-shirt, right? That deer's probably being put on a goddamn t-shirt, and these motherfuckers are just like recording it for the shits. Like that's funny as fuck to me, bro. Damn, my mouth looking freaky as hell. Damn. Anyway, that's actually really funny. Because you want to know what's really funny? Because it's like, well, that happens with human beings too. Chad, you ever like thought about that? You ever wondered? Because like, for example, the clip of that orangutan beating its. Well, I don't know if it's an orangutan or not. I'm not sure if I'm splitting this information. But you know that clip of that monkey beating its thing up and down the base, and you hear it beating and busting and shit. Like, could you just like imagine could you just like think about that in reality? Like if that were you. Like imagine you're beating your thing, right? There's a camera to you. Some camera is pointing at you while you're doing your thing, and right. And I just realized that you're being recorded freaking live on television. You're beating your thing and people are recording you, seeing you, viewing you, and they know what you're doing. It's crazy because this is a good time to whip out like a conspiracy theory about how human beings are being stalked and stuff, and how you're being watched. But unfortunately, that's not a conspiracy theory, realistically. Because I've actually been hearing about things like Palantir and what they do, and like how, like, if you don't know Palantir, it's like a massive AI. I don't think it's really. It does use AI. It's a massively rich company in America that kind of stalks and helps track down people using AI and relatives and family relatives. It's like they make connections and use that to like stalk people for private people. Like someone will pay Palantir and they will hunt you off some people down. At least that's what I heard. Right. My source is this guy called Gatsu. I might have to put his name and like title or something in the not title, but like I'll put the link to his channel or something like that. Maybe I won't. Regardless, it's very interesting how like privacy is I think I already talked about privacy already, like how privacy is kind of going down. I think everybody knows that like not piracy. Okay, piracy is going up, privacy is going down, right? I think we all know that's kind of what's happening right now, like in today's media. And realistically, yeah, I think that's concerning as fuck, honestly. Right? I honestly have been thinking about like possible ways to avoid this, right? Like what possible way could we possibly find a way to avoid the idea of people's privacy being violated constantly, kind of like a monkey, right? Like you know how the monkey got recorded being a thing. If we are being recorded being a thing, what could we really do about it? Because I was thinking about it actually, like really hard. Like theoretically, if there was a way for us to keep our privacy, would companies and rich people always try to evade those laws? If there were laws made to stop companies from getting our privacy, would there be laws put in place to prevent that, to keep our privacy safe? And I kept thinking about that there, like, would it be really possible to truly stop companies from doing that? Because I feel like everybody wants you, me, and anybody else, right? They want your privacy, they want your knowledge, they want your information, they want you. They want control over us, right? Because like companies, I'm not saying every company wants this, but I mean, yeah, realistically, most companies really want this. Why? Because they have stocks in other companies and they can use that to sell you stuff better. They can even use it to control you, to buy more of their stuff. So I was honestly thinking like hard, like what is something that would really push companies to stop doing, being so interested in stalking you and gaining your privacy and screwing you over? Well, not screwing you over, but just taking your privacy. And I honestly couldn't really find a solution because realistically, they can make so much stuff. Because realistically, okay, I'm reading this. The reason I'm thinking about this, like control, the idea of control, the idea of corporate, of the idea of companies owning you and owning everything you have, the idea of restriction and control being put against every single human being to work in a certain way to benefit rich people and companies, and how the idea of evading or actively defiling people's right to privacy. The reason I'm thinking about all of this is because I'm actually reading a book called 1984 by George Orwell. If you don't know the book 1984, it was, I think, published in 1949 by a writer named George Orwell. Well, that's not his real name. That's like an alias name. And the book kind of talks about a dystopian Britain called Oceania. Like, it's actually a supercontinent, I think, called Oceania, right? This place in Britain called Oceania, where this man, I think Winston, his first name was Winston. He's practically a guy, a 39-year-old man who lives life in a totalitarianistic. He lives in a place with a lot of laws. He lives in a place ruled by a man called Big Brother, who practically controls their entire world. It's like they work, sleep, and eat under surveillance. Like there are cameras, there are recordings, there are speakers around to make sure that people aren't talking about anything that could go against the ideologies of Oceania, aka Big Brother. Their very privacy, their very thoughts are being controlled by certain people called the thought police. It's like aka these thought police guys, when they know that you thought of something bad, even if you think of something, even if you somehow say that something that goes against Big Brother's ideologies that he is projecting, you will actually disappear. Okay? You will actually disappear. They will erase you from existence. Some will even they even have public executions, right? To show how bad these people are. Like the people that go against Big Brother, go against the ideologies of Oceania, they will kill people purely for trying to run away from the place, purely trying to express ideologies that go against the status quo. And when I started reading that book, I really started freaking thinking about, well, honestly, it made me think about a lot about things like propaganda and stuff, and how emotional, how psychologically people will try to manipulate each other into conforming to certain standards, to fitting certain molds in our society. In fact, I gotta continue reading that book. Actually, I'm still reading it right now. I'm still reading it. I even found an audiobook on YouTube too. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm doing good. I'm eating good, baby. I'm eating good today. I'm eating good tonight, right? But regardless, I was thinking about this privacy, how privacy is being defiled, and how actively we are slowly headed into a future where privacy will continue being defiled, how we will continuously have a lack of control of what we do and what we want. And I've been honestly thinking this, like, I think because I realized I was probably thinking about this all wrong in a sense. That like companies probably won't actively try to avoid this from happening. I mean, yeah, of course, I'm not saying companies are all bloodthirsty people who only want power and power and power. Some of those people have morals, right? But I think at the end of the day, it's up to the presidents and the rulers of countries to make sure that their people are safe. It's up to the people, like the presidents of our countries, to make sure that there are laws in place to stop this from happening. So that if a company does do this, they can literally just arrest them for doing this crime. They can sue them. They can put them in jail. They can ban them in their countries so that they can stop harassing and actively defiling the rights of the people. Point is, I like 1984. You should read it. It's very cool. It's a very nice book. It's a very great book. I haven't going to tell you about that book entirely, actually. Damn, but I'm not going to do that. You should read that book. It's very good. It's very nice. You can find an audiobook on YouTube, actually. Put 1984, which George Orwell, that's the writer. You can find a nice audiobook, 10 hours. Really good read. I strongly suggest. It's an amazing book. Amazing book. Anyway, I hope you love yourself. I hope you can find a way to appreciate yourself. I hope you can appreciate the world around you. I pray for you. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you have a lovely future ahead of you. I pray for you all. I hope you all have a lovely day. And if I don't see you again, good evening, good morning, and good night. Have a lovely day.